I cannot stress enough how proactively and deliberately you need to be raising your sons. And no, that is not like people are going to say the thing of, no, don't hit nobody unless they hit you first. Defend yourself. Don't hit girls. Stop with that old fucking 1940s dad's one-time speech when he's 3 years old bullshit. You gotta be, it is constant. All right. 3 years old, you need to be adding in program. 4 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old. You constantly gotta be cognitively, mentally, intellectually programming your son against easy bullshit narratives. Like right now, there are, who knows, untold scores of middle-aged men who are bitter and want to indoctrinate your son to be a bitter misogynist, a bitter racist, a bitter transphobe along with them. And then there are also untold scores of men who don't care if they indoctrinate your son that way, just as long as they can monetize it. That's double untold scores of strange men on the internet. I've used this language before. Let's bring it back. I shouldn't say language, I guess, line of thinking, observation, non-humble opinion that you have inside your house, right? And you have outside of your house, right? And you're concerned with what your kids are doing outside the house, right? Yeah. No stranger danger outside the house. Okay, that little screen that's in your house is connected to people outside. The same stranger danger applies. Would you let a random man with a whole bunch of angry opinions and pictures of women and pictures of Hunter Biden's penis talk to your son? Would you let a man in a van do that? He has multiple drawings of what he thinks trans women should look like all over his van. You want him talking to your son and Hunter Biden's penis. So many copies. He has made multiple copies and saved them on different hard drives, different vans, if you will, in case he loses one. Do you want him talking to your son? Is the answer no across the board? Okay, then. Same with the internet. The men on the internet are weird, creepy wackadoos that want to indoctrinate your son. Now, there is a bit of a story going on. A little less than a week ago, hundreds of folks that I would say morally and let's use that evil I word again, intellectually support Lindsay Clancy. All right. And hundreds of these folks, they came out, and a number of them were wearing pink. Understand, right? You kind of want to uniform it, show the support uniformly, right? So they're wearing pink with the words believe and she needed help and peace for Lindsay. And they gathered Thursday last week. Right now I'm recording on Monday. Thursday last week, they were outside of a courthouse where she's on trial because what is it? The postpartum depression.
Psychosis, yeah.
Postpartum psychosis. I don't know a lot. I don't have literature on these things.
Basically, postpartum depression is when you have depression because your hormones are out of whack after you have a baby. The postpartum psychosis is when it gets actually worse and you start like having delusions and getting hallucinations. This is what Andrea Yates had when she drowned her children.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a much more extreme version of postpartum depression.
And also, if there's a chance, can we find a synonym for the word hormones? Right, because colloquially, the word hormones is like a misogynistic dog whistle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's a misogynistic dog whistle and it's just some shit pedophiles like to use. I just know that pedophiles like that word. All right.
Let's say imbalance of the endocrine system.
Yes.
Let's say that.
See, I love that. That's why vocabulary matters. You see, stupid people have to keep using the same words. Once you expand your vocabulary, they have a hard... For those of you that like actually arguing with Republicans, expand your vocabulary. It fucks them up. It fucks them up bad. Right? All right. But that's not the topic, right? So they're out there and they're supporting her because of... she had a postpartum psychosis, right? Real deal shit. I'm not a medical guy. I don't know a lot of medical things. All right. Now, several of the women, estimated at about 300, and a few men. It's cold game. All right. I don't know if Jack Nicholson was there or not. There may have been a few good men. I can't call it. All right. But a few men were there. Always low numbers with the men. What are you doing? The preseason, is that important? You got to see what the Tampa Bay football Packers are doing.
Tampa Bay football Packers.
Yeah, that's that more
right.
important. Get the fuck out there. If you're in town, get the fuck out there. I wasn't in town, right? So her story resonated with them, and that they wanted to raise awareness about how the mental health system treats women. All right. Clancy's lawyer does not dispute that she killed her children, but says that she should not be held criminally responsible because she was mentally ill. Excuse me. The trial was live streamed, and they're telling me that it sparked massive discussions online and brought attention to postpartum psychosis, a rare mental illness that Clancy's attorney, Kevin Reddington, says that she had that is linked to stress, sleep deprivation, and here we go with that word, hormonal changes that follow childbirth. What was that other language you had?
I said imbalance in the endocrine system.
Imbalanced endocrine system. All right, I don't want to dig too heavy into this because that's not what this segment is about. This segment is about how I originally started your son's and whatever laptop he has, iPad, tablet, right? Smartphone, Samsung tablet, or whatever off-brand. Because now it seems to just be Apple, Samsung, and off-brand. Man, I miss choices. Right? My favorite MP3 player was the Philips Go Gear. Tight MP3 player. All right, but that's not the topic. All right, Phoenix Leader, you saved some screenshots.
I did, yes.
Of some of this material that is... Now, this material plays a double purpose. On the one, it's for adult male misogynists to entertain each other. And on the two, it's to indoctrinate little boys into being adult male misogynists in short years.
Yeah.
All right? A 7-year-old boy is just a decade and change from being an adult male misogynist. Right? A 15-year-old boy, he's at the gate knocking to get in. All right, what's some of these memes?
So some of these memes,
don't know where to start.
I don't.
Start with the first one.
All right.
Go to the first one and read it out and describe the image.
This is a screenshot.
I'm yelling. Excuse me.
There's a screenshot. I'm assuming it's off of Twitter. It looks like the Twitter format of just some guy. So I would also point out too that these memes are just lies.
Yeah,
a lot of just lies. So this is one that I saw going around a lot, and it's the guy's @ is literally VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. That's his @ I don't know why.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. The less serious they are in their presentation, the more serious they are in their cruelty.
And so he has a picture of Lindsay looking presumably at her lawyer. This is clearly in the courtroom. And it says, my brother, who gets married in 2 weeks, sent the entire family, plus hers, a group chat saying he's calling off the wedding because his fiance said she supported Lindsay Clancy.
Jesus Christ. Can you read that once more?
My brother, who is getting married in 2 weeks, sent the entire family, plus hers, a group chat saying he's calling off the wedding because his fiance said she supported Lindsay Clancy.
And what, did they provide an image to go with the text?
Just a picture of Lindsay Clancy, not a screenshot from the group text, not text messages asking what the fuck, not the wedding dress, not the down something showing they paid a deposit at the venue. This is literally just some guy saying, my brother's getting married in 2 weeks and broke it off because his fiance supports Lindsay. And also, I would add, supports Lindsay is very vague terminology. Like, do you mean that it's okay she killed her kids? Or do you mean that she shouldn't be held criminally liable because she had a psychotic break? Do you mean that she should have had more support for her postpartum issues? Like, what does support Lindsay mean here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, very vague, right? So I'm seeing that screenshot go around a lot, and everyone's just like, yeah, that's right. You should never date a woman who supports Lindsay Clancy, which was followed up by another screenshot that's, again, just a screenshot of a text message, and it's presumably the woman saying, so you're really breaking up with me over a fucking opinion? And the man saying, I'm not breaking up with you over an opinion. I'm breaking up with you because that opinion showed me a fundamental difference in our values. I can have compassion for someone struggling mentally without excusing what happened to those children. If I'm choosing someone to potentially be the mother of my kids, I need to trust their judgment completely, especially when it comes to protecting them. What you said created a doubt in me that I can't ignore or gamble my future children on.
And this is a lie that they're typing up.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Like, I absolutely do not believe that this text exchange happened.
No, and the thing is that they don't have to prove it. And one thing is, like, imagine some teenage boy that may be like, I think this might not be true. Be realistic. How's it gonna work out in the comments? Mm-hmm. They're gonna berate him, clown him, scream simp at him, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then he's gonna be like, fuck, if I'm gonna ingratiate myself to these guys, I gotta just play along with the shit.
And I think that, and I'm speculating here, but I think that we have a pretty good record, a track record on our speculations.
Yeah.
I'm speculating here that we're going to see a lot of this in particular of men claiming that they're breaking up with their fiancés and girlfriends or divorcing their wives because of Lindsay Clancy is because it fits the propaganda, because now it justifies the male loneliness epidemic in the long run. It's not your fault that you're lonely. These bitches want to kill their kids.
I think there's also one to it of, let's be fucking real, okay? From girls to boys and from women to men, women and girls are breaking up with their partners or someone they're attempting to date way more often than boys and men are breaking up. Mm-hmm. Boys and men aren't breaking up. They're getting broken up with. Let's be fucking real. Yeah. All right, like, what? The very few times I've actually broken up with someone instead of them breaking up with me, one, she was way too Republican, had to get the fuck out of there. The other one thought eggs were man-made. This isn't really working. It's just not that fucking many. Yeah. Right? Like, women leave men. Men don't be leaving women. Women are a status symbol. Women are a trophy. You don't leave a trophy, you keep it. And quite frankly, you just try to collect more trophies with it, in secret or in public. Mm-hmm. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I know too much about real life to fall for your fake lies.
Yeah. And also, like, I would say that I don't even know if hypocrisy is the word, that these men are now pretending to have this, like, moral outrage and moral panic over women defending Lindsay. Where the fuck are y'all at when these preachers be raping kids all the time? Where are you? You want to protect the children? Where is that?
Signing up to be a preacher, actually.
Right?
Is where they are.
Where the fuck are y'all at when we hear all these stories about prison guards raping women in jail and raping girls in juvenile detention facilities? Where the fuck y'all at? Where the fuck are y'all at when we hear stories about men beating their girlfriends, killing their wives? Where the fuck are y'all at? Why aren't y'all stopping family annihilators then?
And if you do this with one of them in person, it would be much like when I was talking to that cat Russell out in the suburbs on that contract gig. Because if you do it in person, they're not gonna start here, but because we're smarter than them and our intellectual capacity far exceeds theirs, they're gonna get to this point where, like, because you said the ones in jail and juvie getting raped, they're gonna say, then they should have thought about that before committing the crime. Yep. Once you have them completely rhetorically cornered, they're gonna show you what they really think, that rape is deserved.
Yep.
They're gonna say it.
Yep. And it's, and that's my whole thing. And, like, this isn't, whatever. I'm not going to justify it by saying this isn't a defense to Lindsay, because it's not actually about her. It's about ways that they're using this case to perform misogyny.
Yeah.
Because if you really are that upset about it, then you should be on the front lines right now demanding more funding for mental health awareness and mental health support services for women that just had babies. You're fucking serious about this. If you're fucking serious about this, you should be talking about family annihilators all the time. If you're fucking serious about this, you should be doing something to fund shelters for victims of domestic violence so that they don't get killed by their partners. If you're serious about protecting children, but we know you're not. This is just a way to justify misogyny. Stop playing in my face.
You should also run to more memes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We also have, here we go.
Physical leader's phone just goes off.
It does. We have the one that started this whole thing. Do we want to say the name of the page?
No, don't give the page any love.
So the page is showing a picture of the women outside the trial, like they're outside the courthouse to support Lindsay, and they're making the heart shape with their hands. The page took the picture and captioned it as "Women dressed in pink do strangle hands in a show of solidarity with Lindsay Clancy." Strangle hands.
Yeah, which also now think about this. Now, the first thought that a whole lot of people are gonna have is, that's ridiculous. How could they? I need to debunk this. I need to break that. And I had that same thing. I wrote a community note. I write community notes on Facebook. Yes, I'm a good little hall monitor.
Yeah.
Okay. And but also think about this. Go back over the wording. What's that wording again?
Strangle hands?
No, the whole thing.
Women dressed in pink do strangle hands in a show of solidarity with Lindsay Clancy.
If that's your messaging, what age group are you messaging to? Because I don't talk to 35-year-old people like that. Yeah. I don't talk to 48-year-old people like that. I don't even talk to fucking 22-year-old people like that. That's how you talk to children. Do it again.
Yep. It says, women dressed in pink do strangle hands in a show of solidarity with Lindsay Clancy.
I'm telling you right now, if I used AI, I would take that sentence and run it through a Tommy Pickles Rugrats filter, because that is baby Rugrats speak. Women do strangle hands. Adults don't talk like that to adults.
No, they don't.
No. Right? That is deliberately intended for boys. Yeah, and to some degree, those boys, the way education is going, they're not going to age out of communicating at that level.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
And with the defunding of public schools, oh God.
Yeah, and I wrote a community note for that one. What's the next one?
Yeah, and I'm actually looking at the comment section right now, right?
Yeah.
So they have a picture of Lindsay, and it's captioned, women when you tell them that they can't murder their children because they have the big saddies. The big saddies? Really? First of all, that's incredibly juvenile. Secondly, postpartum psychosis is very fucking serious. It's not, again, because you're trying to convince me that this is about protecting the children.
And also note that they're saying women in blanket form.
Yeah.
Apparently, every single woman just wants to murder their children. Understand, when you give your son a smart device, this is what's being pumped into his brain. I know, I'm the big old extremist that goes too far. I say they just shouldn't have them. Don't get it for them, and don't get them a video game either. You know what's going to happen? They're not going to explode if you just never buy them a video game, right? They're not going to just go outside, spin around in circles like the Tasmanian Devil cartoon and blow up in sheer excess. That's not going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. They will entertain themselves in another way.
Yeah.
All right. When I was a youngster, a preteen, I was electricity regularly went off in the house, and at the last stint, the water went out with it. You know what I did? I fucking sat down at the table while daylight hours were still on, pulled out the checkerboard, and played checkers against myself. I found a way to amuse myself. I went outside and kicked the ball into the fence and amused myself. They will amuse themselves, best believe, all right? Human beings do that. You're not, just because you don't have your first choice doesn't mean your second, third, and 57th choice aren't still there.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like, but they have to have sound and colors going at their face at all times, or they're not sufficiently entertained. Yes, they are. Human brain's fine. The human brain developed way before Steve Jobs came along. I don't know if you do this.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then in the comments, a bunch of people just took the original image of the women in pink holding the heart hands, and they all just recaptioned it. This is how we strangle kids. Because apparently, again, all women are just out here trying to strangle kids.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on, which to some degree, like, I mean, it's not going to happen, but I would love for it for every single woman that went there, join a class action lawsuit against Facebook for allowing it.
I would love that.
Yeah, not against the pages. Fuck that. Against Facebook itself. Yeah, because like, why are you you're saying that I want to murder people? That's a wildly libelous statement to make. My face is in that picture, and you called me a murderer.
Yep.
The fuck is wrong with you? That's a major fucking felony. That's a felony that doesn't have statute of limitations. And if you think it does, ask a nice young man named Keefy D from the Southside Community Organization.
Whew. Right. There's another one that is like a 3-panel, and it's from Family Guy.
Okay.
Right? It's Ida. That's the transgender character.
Oh, yeah. They're very responsible there. Yes.
Yeah, so there's a scene. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Family Guy clip. We can link it later. But basically, Ida is in a bar, and I don't know why she's talking to the bartender about something. And he says, like, ma'am, you can't do that. And she said, but I'm transgender. And the bartender goes, oh, I'm sorry. Do whatever you want then. Like, it was like that clip. I know you've seen it.
I follow Hope Giselle, so of course I have. Hope Giselle is going to give you all the good rhetoric, but then also, hey, and here's some Family Guy. It's like, well, why do I have to have that too? Fine, okay.
And so they recaptioned that as Ida, with Lindsay Clancy's name over her. The bartender saying, ma'am, you murdered 3 children. Ida saying, oh, it's okay, I have psychosis. And the bartender said, oh, I had no idea. Do whatever you want all the time. Right? Because apparently this is like having postpartum psychosis is like being trans, which is also a mental illness here. In this context, they're trying to say. All right.
Yeah, remember, this is for your boys. This isn't for you. I know you're like, oh, they're lying. I don't like that. It's about who they're lying to.
Yeah. Then blaming a crime on postpartum psychosis is like a man blaming his testosterone for rape. Hormones aren't an excuse for horrific acts.
Wait a sec. Now, here's the cold part. Men blame men's testosterone for rape.
All the time.
That's some patriarchal shit. Right? Or I hate this is one of the ugliest ones when people say, why would he have to rape anyone? Ain't nobody got no have to rape. What the fuck is you talking about? Have to rape.
Yeah, and also I would point out too that considering that this is a postpartum psychosis story, this is like a marriage story, this is a family story, what is one of the foundational things that conservative Christians teach women is that you have to have sex with him. Like, a man can't have blue balls. It's the worst thing ever. You're obligated to have sex with him.
Yeah.
So it's like, that is actually rape. And yeah, you are quite literally blaming your hormones for it by justifying spousal rape.
Right. How many times have we heard these 3 stupid ass syllables? Men have needs.
Ugh. Yeah. 3
stupid fucking syllables.
Yeah. And then another one, I just find this to be deeply ironic. It's a woman holding a baby. I can't tell if it's Lindsay or not, but it's a woman holding a baby side by side with a bear. Caption, fellas, would you rather your child be alone in the woods with a TikTok mom or a bear? Suddenly men think bears are safe. Interesting.
Now also, again, this is for your boys, and these are... And if your boy has been alone with the internet while you were off thinking that you're the greatest parent on the fucking planet, regardless, there's fathers involved here too. I feel like it sounds like I'm blaming mothers, I think. Does it sound like that inadvertently?
I just think you're blaming parents in general.
Okay, I am quite disdainful of parents in general. I don't like parents because I see your sons. Damn it. I live in society with your fucking sons.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is someone's son.
Yeah.
Right? I'm yelling. Okay,
Donald Trump's kids are someone's son.
Right, but like, so if your son's been alone with the internet for a couple years, they know the bear thing, they know TikTok, and they're like, oh, that's so smart, but it makes sense. It's the truth, though. Like, this type of shit, like, they're seeing it like the way we may have seen George Carlin in the early 90s. Yeah. They think this is brilliant. Like, they don't think these are just funny jokes and memes. They think this is sound philosophy.
Right. There's just a picture of Alex Jones making a disdainful face in the comments. No caption, but just the fact that, like, Alex Jones is a feature thumbnail, like, that tells me a lot about who this crowd is.
Yeah, but then also memes that you've saved. Yeah, because this is gonna go too long. We're already at 25 minutes.
Also, the same women who think female leaders would bring world peace also think postpartum depression is an excuse to kill.
Now that's one, like, and y'all should actually look at these yourselves and then talk to your sons about them and about why this is let's go back over that because that is an argument. It's a shitty argument, but it's an argument. What did they say? The same women who think female leaders would bring world peace also think postpartum depression is an excuse to kill. Now, this is a good one for when your son is like 7, 8 years old. Be like, okay, so they said the same women, right? And like, now you ask your son, do you believe them when they say that? Maybe he'll say, you know, he's a kid. He's like, maybe they just be like, okay, but how did they verify those are the same women? And also, what women said that? They didn't pull up any quotes. They didn't put up I have never at any point in my life, I am in my 40s. I've been in New York, New Jersey, Olympia, Seattle, Tacoma, Spanaway, Parkland, Orlando, fucking Phoenix, Arizona, Chicago, Illinois, West Chicago, Illinois, Warrenville, Illinois, Elgin, Illinois. I done been all through Michigan, Minnesota, Indiana. I have never seen a woman walk into a room and say, attention, everybody. Women in leadership will bring world peace. No one. I've never heard anyone say it casually on a TV show, in a movie, on a blog, in a magazine. Not even in stand-up comedy. I've never even heard women say it satirically. Yeah. So they need to show me which woman said that and then show me that woman is there. You gotta show your sons what shitty, stupid, bad faith arguments are when they're children. And I would also point out my thing about this, what struck me about this was he's saying the same women who think female leaders would bring peace also think postpartum depression is an excuse to kill. Who said it's okay to kill? I haven't heard anyone say that. I've heard people say that she should have been able to have better mental health care. I've heard people say that maybe we should be looking at her doctors to be like, how were you not treating her right? What happened? What went on here? I've heard people say that maybe she shouldn't be held criminally liable and she should be sent to a mental health, like a mental institution instead of prison. But I have not seen anyone yet say that, no, it's fine. You can just kill your kids if you have postpartum psychosis, which also is postpartum psychosis, not postpartum depression, which is actually like a significant, distinction, right? Yeah. Because that's like, you know what I mean? Like that's the difference between like being depressed and like being suicidal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a thing that goes, a spectrum, you know, like there's gradients to it. And you're like, oh, they're not the same thing at all. Like postpartum psychosis is you are actually a danger to yourself and others. Postpartum depression, you have depression, you could become a danger to yourself. Like once you hit the psychosis, we're at the danger part. So also like the wording there. But yeah, who the fuck is saying that? Because, and I should also point out that the way they are with their misogyny, if there were a bunch of women saying it's okay to murder your children, we would have the screenshots. Libs of TikTok would have had them doxxed by now. Yeah. Child services would have been at their house. Fucking police would be at their house. Like, we would know their parents' names. We would know their kids' names. We would know their neighbors' names. We would know where they work. Like, these men would be fucking ruthless in hunting down these women if these women were actually fucking saying that. Yeah. I think we made the argument. I think so. Okay. I yelled. I am I don't like when I do that, but I emote. You emote. Yes, I am a chief emoter, a champion emoter. I kind of just feel like just getting some ice cream and watching Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. Isn't that a good thing to do? Yeah. Just ice cream and Romy and Michelle, you know, or something like that. Something like that. All right. There's a special place in hell, if it exists, for some folks that don't help other folks figure out who those folks are and get with your folks. That's all, folks.